Chapter 5, Mishnah 6. This Mishnah discusses the law of sikrikon, which is another enactment made regarding stolen property. A sikrikon is a murderous non-Jew who steals land from a Jew by threatening to kill him. The law of the sikrikon relates to a Jew who bought land from a sikrikon, who had stolen it from another Jew. Before explaining the law itself, the Mishnah defines the circumstances in which it applies. The law of the sikrikon did not apply in the land of Judah, the southern part of Eretz Yisrael, when Jews were being killed as a result of the war. That is, if someone bought land from a sikrikon during the war, he was not subject to the law of the sikrikon, explained below in the Mishnah. Rather, he was allowed to keep the land without any restrictions. Because the occupying Roman government allowed and even encouraged the murder of Jews during the war, a Jewish owner would wholeheartedly give up his land to a sikrikon who seized it from him. The sikrikon thus legally owned the land, and its sale to another Jew was valid. However, after the period in which Jews were killed as a result of the war, i.e. after the war, when the Romans' hostility subsided and they forbid the murder of Jews, the law of the sikrikon applied even in the land of Judah, since the Jews were no longer subjected to the earlier murderous decrees. A landowner would not be as frightened and would not surrender ownership of his land to a sikrikon who seizes it. The sikrikon therefore did not own the land, and his later sale was not valid. Someone who bought the stolen land from the sikrikon was therefore subject to the law of the sikrikon. The Mishnah now defines the law of the sikrikon. How so? What is the law of the sikrikon? If a Jew bought land from a sikrikon, which the sikrikon had stolen from another Jew, and then in order to make his possession of the land legal, the buyer went and also bought it from the original owner, his purchase is void, and he must return the land to its owner, because the owner never really meant to sell it to him. However, if he bought the stolen land from the owner first, and then he went and bought it from the sikrikon, his purchase is valid, and he need not return it to the original owner, because in such a case the owner did mean to sell it to him. The Mishnah interrupts the subject of sikrikon, and discusses a similar law. This law concerns land owned by a husband that he designated to be used as payment for his wife's kasuba. He cannot sell that land unless his wife gives her permission. If someone bought land from the husband who had designated it as payment for his wife's kasuba, and then in order to make his possession of the land legal, he went and also bought the rights to the land from the wife, his purchase is void, and he may not keep the land, because the wife did not really mean to sell her rights to him. However, if he bought the rights to the land from the wife first, and then he went and bought the land from the husband, his purchase is valid, and he may keep the land, because in such a case the wife did mean to sell it. The Mishnah now returns to the laws of the sikrikon. This law, namely the one who bought stolen land from a sikrikon and then bought it from the owner, must return it to the owner, is the original teaching that the sages applied. But a court that came after them changed the ruling and said, someone who buys stolen land from a sikrikon and then buys it from the owner may give back only 1/4 to the owner and keep the rest for himself. The court made this change in order to encourage people to buy land from sikrikon and restore Eretz Yisrael to Jewish ownership. Since, according to this later enactment, the real owner gets back only 1/4 of the land that another Jew buys from a sikrikon, the rabbis did not always allow another Jew to buy stolen land from a sikrikon. When does this ruling apply, namely that one may buy stolen land from a sikrikon, in which case the real owner receives only 1/4? When the owner does not have enough money to buy the land from the sikrikon. But when the owner does have enough money to buy the land back, he comes before any other person. That is, he has the right to buy the land from the sikrikon before everyone else, and no one else is allowed to buy it. This law, namely, that an owner who has enough money has the right to buy his land back before anyone else, originally applied regardless of how long the land was in the possession of the sikrikon. Later, however, the rabbis changed the law and limited the rights of the owner. Rabbi, i.e. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, assembled a court to review the laws of the sikrikon, and they voted that if the stolen land had remained with the sikrikon for 12 months or more, during which the original owner failed to buy it back, whoever is first to buy it from the sikrikon acquires it permanently. After 12 months have passed, the owner loses his right to buy the field from the sikrikon before anyone else, even if he has enough money to buy it himself. Nevertheless, even in such a case, if someone else buys it, he must give 1/4 of the land back to the owner.